Right.
Hello and good evening. My name is John. We're here playing Different Tales Presents. No, that's not what we're playing. That's who presents this. Werewolf the Apocalypse. Heart of the Forest is part of my Steam cleaning series. I go through every game in my Steam library eventually, then arbitrarily rate and or review them to move to playtime. Now, I have played 2 visual novels by the Vampire the Masquerade team, but this is a different team. I will never tweet hashtag Werewolf Heart HOF, but I'm also joined by
MPG.
who is going to help me through this because visual novels are very tough and I'm not good at them, but MPG is great at visual novels, especially ones where the writing may be questionable.
I have never played a visual novel.
Oh, well, now we're talking. So, I want to give a shout out to this team because they allow you to use different fonts. So you can do all sorts of great font options. Open Dyslexic is very nice. I won't play with that, although I am dyslexic. I do appreciate that as an option. We're going to try their default font and just see how that works, because their font is a little dirty. And I don't mean like it's bad, it's just the Werewolf font is a damaged looking font. It's a weathered font.
Dirty font.
Dirty font. So I don't know how much of this is choose your own adventure. I don't know how much of this is just a kinetic novel where it just reads you a story. I don't know how much of this is going to be stats. I have no idea. These games can be anything. It could be a princess maker, which is the one where like you go to classes every day and raise your points in something. So we're gonna find out what the Heart of the Forest is. We're gonna hit a new game and just drink it in.
All right.
I don't think there's voice.
I'm also going to be drinking some brandy. So.
There you go. Prologue, premonition. Start the chapter. I have stats. I have stats.
Oh, right. You have a willpower, a health, and a rage stat.
Rage. Tutorial. This game is about rage and how it helps us to do things that need to be done, as well as things we later regret. Sometimes both. How do you feel about that? Great. I'm always angry. I'm okay with anger when it's useful. Well, I prefer to think before I act. MPG, you gotta help me with these choices.
Oh gosh. All right. So are we just gonna YOLO this?
Well, we're not gonna play this twice, so we gotta figure out what it is. So like, this is probably asking you how much rage you want to start with, or maybe it gives you different willpower. I don't know. They all say plus rage, so like they're showing us the outcome is gonna be some increase to rage.
Yeah.
I would generally not go this way, but I'm up to you for deciding on this.
Well, let's do great. I'm always angry.
Full rage.
Let's just lead into it.
Your rage is high.
Rage is high.
So you're the inspired warrior type. That's okay. There's no right path here. Just your decisions and their consequences.
Consequences. Yeah. Fuck the consequences. This is an edgy game. But I'm not very brave. I'm full of rage, but I'm like kind of chicken shit right now.
The forests are full of. The forests are full of stars. They flicker and come closer, run away. They want me to chase them and play hide and seek. I hunt or I observe. This is the prologue. So we're probably building our character here. This is probably one of those intros like Ultima 4 where they're like, would you rather save your daughter or your wife? You know. So are we gonna hunt or are we gonna observe?
All right. So stupid woods, stupid stars.
Stupid stars.
I'm full of rage.
Hunt.
I say we hunt.
Oh yeah, we are getting stats. Okay. They dance around the tree trunks, float up to the gust of winds that shiver through the branches, disappear among the leaves. I, not you, so I'm writing in the first person. Okay. I let out a howl, eager to run with them. I want everyone to know I'm there. When they bunch up and fly towards me like an arrow, rushing down, they soon upon me. But just before the sphere of light pierces my breast, they disappear and the dark night returns. High. Rage is high. Okay, that's an effect.
The Dark Knight Returns like Batman?
Yeah. No, it's the dark of night, not the dark. And because our rage is high, we get this effect. In the darkness, I feel tangled roots of stories keeping the forest alive. I finally catch a scent of the enemy. I jump forward, and then I wake up. So, do we? We are Hamid. We are our human. Oh, character sheet. We get a name. They don't let us change our name. Okay.
So we are 2 brave, 1 inspired,
1 analytical, no spirit, no cunning.
Yeah, and we're healthy. All right.
Yes. Cold and alone. So this is definitely like a heavy like Greyhawk adventure. No, Grey Wolf. What was the choose your adventure books where you had stats? I think it was Grey Wolf. Like this is stat based. Well, no, there was a book series where you would like it was a long series and you would carry stats and items over through them and you would. In the back of the book, there'd be a page with like a random number generator table, and you're supposed to like close your eyes and put your finger on the page to pick a number. Yeah, it's weird.
Huh? I never read one of those.
Yeah, I was a big nerd. Cold and alone. Confused, I open my eyes. The forest around me is thick, dark, and reeks of decay to such an extent that it's hard to breathe. You know, do you think we're male or female? Do you know? Do you have any thoughts?
If it's Maya, that sounds like a female name, but
okay.
You know, I mean, I guess it could be. You know.
Could be either, yeah.
All right. So the smell fascinates me. I recognize this forest, or why am I here? Well, if we're a werewolf, then I assume we wake up in forest full of rage all the time.
Yeah. Despite all my rage, I'm still but a werewolf in a cage. Yeah.
Yes.
So, what are you feeling here?
I'm gonna say, let's go with I recognize this forest.
I know this place. I've been dreaming about this forest since I was a child. The tree trunks, wrapped tightly in dark-leaved ivy, are covered in ripples of lichen, where the vines haven't taken lichen. The thorny, leafless bushes at the base are overrun with nettles. The fungi radiates with a ghoulish, sickly green light. Dark, sponge-like mushrooms cling to fallen trees.
I try to breathe. I'm cold, or something is rotten.
This is the angry answer,
I mean,
I think.
we gotta go with. That's the Shakespearean. So let's
something
go
is
Shakespearean.
rotten. I can't shake the feeling that something died nearby. I look down and see my hands covered in a dark substance. I'm naked. Oh, a sticky, glistening film of liquid clings to my skin. I can feel it on my face, in my hair, blood. I shout at the forest.
We gotta. There's no other
now
option.
We're brave. I start to scream from the bottom of my lungs, a long, guttural, terrifying roar that no one hears. The scream wakes up something deep inside my chest, and then I see the severed head right in front of me. Some choices are hard to make that will strain your willpower. I can either spend willpower or rage. Maybe we can. I don't know. I don't know if we can die. Like, I don't know. I've never played a game with this stat system.
Yeah, let's wince and touch it. I mean, you know. Yeah.
I think we're supposed to be androgynous. Overcoming my disgust, I gently touch its wet hair and watch as the head topples over. The face is contorted, eyes bulging, the mouth open as though the head were still struggling for air. I pick it up without thinking on high adrenaline. And then, eyes open in the darkness.
The enemy!
The enemy!
Who is it?
I can see their silhouettes, shades of jet black against the darkness. They reek of metal and acid and oil and money. Use commas. Massive creatures, some with mandibles, some with spidery legs. Their faceted eyes burn like small industrial furnaces. I look at them and something wakes inside my chest.
Animals?
Obviously, we want rage. We're angry, right? That's our mood?
Obviously, we want rage, yeah.
Oh, we're also... Look at our bravery.
Yeah,
I throw the head in the
brave.
direction of the shining eyes, and I launch myself in the air. My whole body sings with the rush of adrenaline. I descend and sink my teeth into the neck of a monster that was stupid enough to stand in my way. In the moment of clarity, I almost understand what the forest wants from me. And then I wake up. It's the second time we woke up, right? We inceptioned there.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chapter 1. Arrival. Okay. Maya Borodich is our full name. We are students. We are 24. We are American. Okay.
We are a healthy American woman.
Maya, wake up. I jerk upright, irritated. My neck was stiff and the movements was sudden. Sharp wave of discomfort through my body. I wasn't in the forest anymore. I was on a bus. The sun streaming through the windows.
This isn't a forest.
This isn't a forest. The sun streaming through the windows was making it hard to see. The girl next to me was touching my shoulder, disturbed. I pushed her away. I got. Oh, wow. Okay, our stats definitely changed. We're down to.
Yeah.
So okay, so that must have been our dream stats.
Yeah.
We can push her away, but I don't.
Like
she seems like a friend. Yeah. I don't know. What do you think? Is it worth the rage to not do an angry actions? Like, this is the role-playing contest here. It's like having high rage gives more options, but then it kind of makes us a jerk.
Yeah, but we're always angry.
That's our secret? Okay.
Yeah.
I push her away. Oh, okay. So now she has some relations. So Aya is now cautious. Okay. What's wrong with you? She recalls, looking hurt and scared. It was a while before she said anything. You were singing, I guess, in your sleep. I blinked. The memory of the dream was still there, and the overwhelming smell of the old forest.
I hope I was singing my humps.
Are we glad that we weren't alone, or I looked outside?
I looked outside. I mean, it's like awkward.
We're gonna be
It's
really.
awkward now.
I must have bit my lip, I thought as I ran my tongue over my teeth. The forest outside the window was watching me. The girl next to me shook her head. Thank God we're almost there. Her name was Anya.
She has a name now. Yeah.
We've met a couple weeks earlier on orientation day. She was from Norway, a tall, broad-shouldered, calm person who wore long hair and braids. Somehow, I managed to talk her into this crazy field trip across the land of my ancestors. We were there to study medicine, or she was having... Oh, okay, so we got a different story choice because of our current stats.
All right. So let's go ahead and do Anya is cautious.
Yeah, let's play into that.
Yeah.
Anya reached into her backpack, took out an apple. She turned away from me and bit into the fruit. I reached in my bag and fished out a bunch of kambonosy. Dried, meaty sausages were much better than original Polish ones in the USA. Anya is cautious. Anya's looking like she regretted meeting me. People often did, actually. Girl, you're a lot to handle, she said after lengthy silence. I'm not sure if I had the bandwidth for so much drama in my life. This trip was my idea. Our summer language course was starting in a few weeks, and I managed to talk Anya skipping the tours of the concentration camps, and old tortures, and visited Białowież National Park with me instead. Remind me, why
but
are we
the
here
concentration camps.
What the concentration camps? She asked with her arm.
Come on.
Come on. Good question. What are we looking here? Why are we here again? Why werewolf?
Camp?
Why werewolf we here?
Why
They're being. So I like this a lot, where you have the context sensitive stuff here that pops up. It's like, okay, Białowieża is a village in the Poland's Podlaski province. Okay. A small village in the north of Poland near the boulder of Belarus. It was famous for a national park. They were the last European bison, and according to the quick web search, and that's how you paste it, occasionally tension between the far-right troublemakers and the local Belarusian community. The most honest answer have been because I've been dreaming about the forest in Białowieża, since I can remember, but the people don't understand what I said. Things look her in the eyes. All right, where do we go? Like, I kind of want to bring her on side. None of these is an angry answer. None of these is an angry answer. Do we risk a rage? Do we risk a rage to bring her into the fold?
Let's go ahead and told her as much as we can. I want to kind of see if if this is the sort of thing.
This one, everything, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we lost our willpower's low. Did we die? I've always had these dreams.
Give up and never leave the bus.
Hold on. That said minus rage. No, it was minus willpower. I looked at the icon.
Willpower, yeah.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
That's fine. We're not dead yet. Family, it's complicated. Okay. I've always had these dreams where I'm in this forest and it speaks to me. I said down hesitantly. I'm not sure why, but I feel like I'm supposed to be here. Only my grandfather understood the dreams. Respect the forest, he would say, and pay attention to your dreams. It was all I got from that part of the family before my mom took me, ran away, and cut off all my contacts with dads. I wait for her to respond. I don't have regret. I do not have regret.
No. We're always.
She's neutral.
Okay.
Anya was silent for a long time. Wow, that's intense. She looked at me with a seeming respect. I wouldn't dare tell him the story like that. You know what? Let's see how it rolls, she said at last with a smile. If your drama becomes too much for me, I'll just split and go sightseeing by myself. That's where we stood. And that was precisely why I needed to do something about anything about my future. That damn forest and weird-ass family. I had a clear goal in mind.
Are we gonna burn down the forest?
I wasn't there by mistake. I planned this trip for months with a clear goal in mind. Face the forest. Oh, okay. So this is what I call, I believe, declarative statements, where we are deciding who we are. So this is some good role playing. Where I don't know how much it'll pay off, but I feel I'm in control of who Maya is here. So what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I like this as well. I feel like this gives you a much better buy-in because you are being asked what is your point in this game. Yeah,
exactly.
So yeah, I'm gonna say I want to say I want to face the forest.
Yeah, because we're angry. We got it's a threat. We got to face it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And our goal is okay.
So
my
angry.
Dreams, my grandfather's stories, the fact my family was from there. There was just too many coincidences. The forest wanted something from me, and it was time to find out what. I never was one to sit idly by as things happened to me.
But yet you are a passenger on a bus. Interesting.
Well, condition impaired. We are impaired. Your willpower is dropped to 0. When you lose all your health or willpower, you become impaired. This makes physical tasks You have 0 health or 0 social mental tasks if you 0. Okay. Okay, so we could keep going, but we'll have a harder. Okay. So we're not dead. We're just okay. So we have our own goal. So again, so pursuing our goal will regain willpower. So we have set something that will to determine how we're gonna get our stats back. Again, I think that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're still not spiritual or cunning, but we are really brave.
No.
All right. Baiwoveza looked like an overexposed photo of a village with the contrast turned all the way up. The sun wasn't just shining; it was shouting at the earth and everything. The trees.
Sun!
What was that one from? I don't know if you. There was an episode of Rick and Morty where the sun's just screaming constantly.
I never.
Yeah,
I watched one episode of Rick
There
and
was
Morty.
one planet where the sun was just screaming, and I was like, okay, that's a good gag.
Right,
I think it was
that is
season 1.
pretty good, yeah.
The trees, the grass, the wooden house, the fences seemed weathered. Everything except the shadows. They were sharp as if they were freshly printed with darkness, the darkest of inks. Ooh, with the darkest of inks. Is this what? How does this rate? Where would you rate this between the scale of teenage fanfic and heavy professional writing? Like, give me a quick read. We're 15 minutes in.
All right, I'm gonna say that this is probably about the kind of stuff that I would see from the better people in my undergraduate creative writing course.
Okay.
So,
I mean, I don't know how much of this has like been dynamic. Like, who knows? We have to play through it twice to see. But I do see like they're also trying to crib a mood. Like, Werewolf has a specific mood. I said this about the vampire games when I was playing those. It's like it's very cheesy and over the top, but that's what it's like. This is about rage. You're supposed to always have these big emotions. Nothing small in this world.
Yeah.
And
well,
they move.
it's gothic. You know.
Okay, so we are definitely two young women out on the town. For a second, I could have sworn they moved, but then I realized it was just Black Cat walking on the sidewalk. When it saw me, it stopped in its track. Oh, can we pet the cat?
Yes. Pet the kitty. No, it's gonna yell at us. It's gonna.
Here, kitty. Here, kitty. I squatted and tried to retort in high rage. In a flash, I swatted my hand away with his paw, drawing a few drops of blood. I yelped, "Hey, Maya!" Anya said, looking at me surprised. "Didn't you say your friend would be waiting for us?" But he wasn't there, and that cat was still staring at me.
He's a friend or cat? Friend.
Oh, let's go. Anya put her on her backpack. I'm tired. I really need to find a toilet. 0 willpower. I didn't know what to do. I was too tired and distracted to think clear. My friend was nowhere in sight.
But the meeting was just too important, or I stormed off. I don't think storming off is going to regenerate any of our willpower.
No, we got to find out the mystery. I mean, it's the more angry answer, but I don't know. I'm gonna stay.
Let's see if we can at least get a little bit of willpower. Yeah, let's get some willpower back if we can.
Let's wait a little longer. I said I don't have his number and really need to meet up with him. Name was Bartek. I met outside while researching Balawatske. The man knew everything there was to know about the local history. I asked him to look around for local stories about the forest. I hope he's found something. I really need to pee. I just said it was like a 5-year-old and not very bright one.
Wow. Puppy dog guys don't help with pee.
I want to let her pee. I want to let her pee.
All right, yeah.
I mean, this. I want to let her pee. I'm too nice. Like, this is the problem I have. I'm too nice of a. No, I mean, but seriously,
see,
like.
That's why I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. I don't have. What? Do you need my help to go pee? Go find some place to pee. I'll be here.
She's our only friend. We're alone. We just rode a bus together. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. What's our choice? You make it.
I'm not going anywhere. High rage.
I said it's important. I wasn't going anywhere. Have it your way. See you at the B&B. Anya grabbed her backpack. I really can't wait anymore. Have fun. She winked at me, so I walked away. Okay, so she's not upset. So I waited.
All right, yeah.
So I waited, and the creepy cat waited with me. Bartek was 15 minutes late. That's not that late. Honestly, 15 minutes is not that late. Flustered and apologetic. It was his dad's company, he explained while catching his breath. He had to help him carry out some work.
I don't care.
I don't really care. Do we say that or think that? Oh, he's cautious.
Rage about your paperwork.
Oh, okay. You're late, I snapped. And there was something in my voice that made him take a step back. He was tall, broad-shouldered, and had freckles all over his face. Come on, I'll take you to your place. His accent was broad and very Eastern European.
I Anya would have liked him. Yeah, so now we're just gonna like,
Anya would have
play
taken
wingman
immediate
here.
liking to him. He was totally her type, but she wasn't there. Her loss. We walked along the only street in the village, slowly making our way towards the outskirts. The trees were growing denser, and their scent became richer and more pronounced. I took a deep breath. Oh, yay, Gold Forest. So we hopefully get up. So did you find anything linking me to the forest, I asked? Bartek shook his head. Nothing, absolutely nothing. Sorry. He was avoiding my eyes. A trickle swept down his temple. High rage. He was lying straight to my face. What the fuck, man? I threw my arms in the air. You wrote me a few days ago, said you had something. But he just clammed up. You know what? I think you should drop it. I stopped. Oh. Charm or angry? Are we just going to go down the full angry? Are we going full renegade, full angry?
I don't know. Like, so if this is a visual
Like,
novel,
he is lying to us.
Yeah.
But I don't know if this is a visual novel. I don't know if boinking Bartek is the point here. This is just a story at this point. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should just go ahead and keep on raging. It's working well for us so far. Yeah.
All right. I stopped. I turned to Bartek, grabbed his shirt, and pushed him hard again. Oh, this is getting saucy.
Hello.
I've always been strong and anger. I don't have any willpower. I can't choose that one. I turned my grandma.
Screamed in his face.
I've always been strong, angry, medium stronger. His feet lost contact with the ground. Oh, we lift him up. I can't not do that, so I have to scream in his face. I traveled 300 miles in a fucking bus without fucking AC, I shouted, a few flecks of spit hitting his chin. I did it because you said you found something. My arms got tired and I dropped him. I politely asked again.
There we go.
Unfriendly. So would you kindly tell me what you found? Bartek scrambled to his feet, pale and terrified. The game tracks your decisions on how Mia approaches the problem. They will accumulate and gradually build a kind of prescience deep in her heart. The story changes like Maya's personality. And we're going to be a jerk.
Yes, we are.
It's fine.
Renegade!
Well, he brushed his forehead back with his hand. I did ask. I started with the old people here. I told them that my friend from the States was looking for her roots and wanted to know what the place her family came from. You know, the drill. At first, people were very, receptive, waiting for others to job. And then I mentioned your name, like I said. All right. Do we need a moment to calm down, or we urge him to continue?
Let's go ahead and calm down.
Okay. We'll drop a rage for that.
Yeah.
We walked in silence for a long time. Finally, I nodded, and he continued his story. One of the men here told me to go to hell. The other spat on the ground, and his wife crossed herself. For a moment, he looked younger and smaller. And then my own grandmother told me to stop asking. She said something else as well. I tensed up. What? I asked.
But
You told me to pray for you.
Oh.
Suddenly, the sweet golden afternoon wasn't so sweet and golden anymore. Okay.
So that piqued my interest.
I knew there was something weird and twisted connecting me and my family to the forest. I could feel a shiver run down my spine. We walked in silence.
But that wasn't what we selected.
I mean, again, all those choices could have led to the same place. We don't know.
All right, so we're gonna get
a willpower. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could feel a shiver down my spine. We walked in silence. My mind was in overdrive. People don't want to talk, and that could only mean one thing: I was on the right track.
Yeah.
Again, people were scared to talk to my family forest. Condition hell. Okay, so I got that back. My pulse quickened. I tensed up like a hound that smelled blood. How do you know what that looks like? I was on the right track. Every time you learn something significant that brings you closer to your goal, which is something that we defined, regain willpower. He's been in the same pose the entire.
Yeah.
Bed and breakfast. Bellas had a few hotels and hostels, but the preferred form of accommodation was bed and breakfast. That's where we stayed.
Anya has scoliosis. Don't talk to her.
Werewolf scoliosis. I found one that was nice, clean,
Yeah.
and had good reviews. We had a room on the second floor with a huge window and a great view of the forest. Anya was there already unpacking and chilling in the summer sun. I dropped my stuff and freshened up a bit. Bartek said he had a few hasty goodbyes in spirit. Anya was nowhere to see either. The day was hot and I was restless, so I had to head out. Before you go, check your character sheet. Look up right corner for the screen. My background. You must check your friends and who your enemies are.
We have enemies.
Unfriendly, neutral, family. It's complicated. All right. We are halfway through Brave. We are constantly Brave. I don't care about any of that stuff. We're gonna get full Brave.
Yeah. Yeah, we are 100% American.
Yes. Baloasie was a quaint tourist town and other goals in mind. Oh, we gotta take her with us.
Yeah, maybe we can introduce her to Bartek.
Yeah. Oh, what? The lay of the land. I had a clear goal in mind. The force was calling me, and I was ready to answer the call. Anya went with you. Oh.
Yeah, let's bring Anya into the forest. What could go wrong?
Okay, so we want to go to the forest, or we want to go to the town?
Let's go to the town.
Okay.
But I mean, the forest was calling me.
A walk around the village. All right, we got the achievement. Forest. When I realized I had no idea where to go, I swallowed my pride and called for help. Bartek. Oh, okay. We got a full party here. We walked through the village and bathed in the sharp rays of the summer sun. It was a lazy afternoon, disturbed only by the occasional passing car throwing clouds of dust that hung in the air after the vehicle was gone. Oh, balanced. Oh, so there's actually stuff for being in the middle too.
Ah.
Anya was walking close to Bartek, asking him about every little detail of the village. People are relaxing and working in their yards. Dogs are barking. Every cat with fast rose to look at us. Balance. People went about their day, though, giving us wary stares from time to time. So I guess if we were high or low, it would impact how they responded. Okay.
Our rage is balanced, so yeah, we don't have high rage, but we don't have low rage.
I think it's the cats. I'm all cat.
Yeah, I want to know about the cats.
The cats behave strangely. What's with the cats?
Why don't the cats like us?
I asked as we passed a tabby who stopped in the middle of the sidewalk and meowed at us. I don't know. They're cats. Maybe they want to make up for the villagers' manners. Bartek shrugged. You know, some people are wary of newcomers. Xenophobic jerks. I was curious why.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this one though. Which one? See, like both these are angry. Like tourists can be assholes seems like a very angry.
I like that because
we're
just
tourists.
Assaulted him.
Yeah.
And we're like, well, you know, tourists, we're assholes.
Yeah. Tourists can be assholes. I understand. I sigh. Tourists can be assholes. Yeah, but there's not only tourists here. Bartek scratched his neck, embarrassed by the topic. There's a small conflict around the forest. You know, it's attracting some weird people, activists, reporters, forged rich kids. He said as though his dad didn't own multiple business. People like that, and they're getting on the locals' nerves.
It's a Eurotrash rave in the forest.
Yeah.
No good can come from that.
I noticed her frowning, so she doesn't like this type of. Like, do I push on this or do I let it drop? Like, this is the question. Like, I don't know. So this is one of those things we talked about before, where it's like, I don't know the full sentence here, so I don't know the direction based on what this character's been doing. If I say I notice Anya frowning, my expectation is I will call her out and make her upset that I noticed. But I may also that be a chance to apologize. So I don't know. But based on what my expectation as players, if I say this, I will be mean to her. If I say fair enough, I let it drop, and that's what Anya doesn't want to talk about it. So what's your choice?
Oh, we're noticing Anya frowning.
Okay. Anya looked skeptical. I looked the conflict up online, she said, and it didn't look so small. It looked pretty important. Oh, so she's got some real intel.
Yeah.
For a moment, Bartek looked like he was lost words. Well, you're not one of those crazies, are you? Like, almost local? So what would you like to see in the village of your ancestors? He spread his arms to show me all the splendor the village had offered. What do you suggest? Oh! Cats are watching my every move.
So much cats.
Oh, graveyard's my first choice. Nothing like a first date with Bartek at the graveyard.
Yeah,
Your friend? Lost hopes, strange dreams. Graveyard.
Totally graveyard.
Matters of the soul. Let's check our stats. How are we doing? Nothing new. Okay.
Yeah, we don't have any spirituality, so we don't care about the matters of the soul.
We might get some here. So we have quite a few churches here, Bartek explained as we walked on this road. 2 Orthodox, 1 Catholic, and even a Baptist church, he said, as though it was something uncommon.
Baptists in Europe?
Was there a synagogue? Did we ask him about it?
Yeah.
Who asked about it?
Wait, we're in Poland, so.
And what's so special about that? I wasn't sure what he meant. He looked at me a bit disoriented, and then it hit him. Oh, of course, you're not from here. Well, Poland is almost exclusively Catholic, so it's a bit uncommon to have these denominations in one small village. Any Lutheran churches? Asked Anya. I don't think so. Bartek shook his head and led us to a small wooden church surrounded by a cemetery. Anyway, even though we have all these churches, there's only one cemetery. The church was Orthodox, but the graves were mishmash of styles of faith. Catholic, Orthodox, atheists, everyone resting together. Oh,
that's not how it worked.
This is the mystery. Why are they all together?
Yeah.
So, do we want to gain some range back?
The Catholics are pretty. I would have thought the Catholics and Orthodox is like they're pretty segregated in terms of their graveyards typically.
Yeah. So, do we like being at one range? Do we want to go up or do we want to go down? Like this. I mean, again, I'm looking at the stats versus the story, so I should probably not look at the stats. Yeah.
I want to know why Bartek doesn't approve.
Okay. Bartek looked like he didn't fully approve of such an arrangement. And what kind of person are you? I asked, crossing my arms. Bartek blinked. Me? Catholic, of course. Of course. Oh. He looked at the cemetery.
Course.
And for a moment he seemed lost in thoughts. All my family lies here, he said. I mean, the ones that are dead. Hey, what do you think? What do you think happens when you die? Oh. I don't know.
All right. I like you left an echo because that means ghosts.
Ghosts, yeah, you left an echo.
We might as well.
Get first spirituality point.
Hooray!
You echo for some time. Oracle, I think that everyone in this world has a trace. I was looking for the right words. An aura, emanation. Call it what you want, and it doesn't dissolve right away. Bartek seemed sure. Is that like a new age thing? He looked over at the cemetery fence. Well, anyway, this is it. The spiritual heart of Valawaska. We can go something else if you'd like. That's where he stood. I wanted to go in, and that a-hole stood in my way. I went in because I'm balanced rage.
So wait. So what?
What's he playing? He wants to leave.
Oh, okay.
But I want to go in. We want to find our answers.
Yeah.
We could also lose all willpower and lose a rage to diffuse it. No, let's go in. Went in. Are you kidding me? I didn't come here to look at something. I came here to look for something. Good answer. Good answer.
Yeah, exactly.
I said, open the gate. Bartek shifted comfortably. I don't know if that's a good idea. He was hiding something.
Why?
But why, or is he hiding something?
He's hiding something. He's been dodgy in the cemetery.
You found it. My family's grave. Maybe? So what are we waiting for? Anya smiled at him. He mumbled something and led us through the labyrinth of graves to the far end of the cemetery. We continued.
Yes.
Balanced rage. The walkways were narrow, and I could tell Bartek was having a hard time finding the way. It wasn't that he was stalling, he just generally wasn't sure where to go, especially when we got to older parts of the cemetery. Oh, I bet if we were like high, we would try to like make a deal out of it. At some point, we saw a woman, tall, broad-shouldered, a lot of broad-shouldered people in this town, long-legged, with gray dreadlocks.
Sturdy farm-working women.
Hold on.
Corn-fed. Gesundheit.
Thank you. With dreadlocks pinned to the crown of her head. She must have been in her late 40s or early 50s. She was marching through the walkway with fury in her eyes.
Oh, what is this, like, Polish woman with dreadlocks?
I don't know. I could use a picture of her. Bartek took me up between the graves to get on. I would, like, again, are we being a full jerk and be like, I want my rage back? Or, like, I'll just get out of the way. She's leaving the cemetery. Let her grieve in peace. I don't know.
Yeah, I walked on ignoring her. I mean, like, I don't care. It's not, like, wait. She's marching through the walkways with fury in her eyes. Well, all right. No, we're walking on. We're ignoring her.
Okay.
We're not getting out of her way. We don't know her.
Kept going. I just kept going. She just kept going. It was inevitably bumped each other. Okay. Hey, watch your effing step, she growled. I snapped. I apologized.
I snapped back.
Hi.
Fuck off! You watch your fucking stuff.
She snorted and weighed
up.
Weighed me up. Kids, she mumbled and shrugged. Well, at least you're able to speak up for yourself. Oh, we gotta start talking.
Oh yeah. Now that we've like established our crate in the prison yard.
We chatted for a while and decided to ask her for directions. Actually, look for an old grave, I said. My family lived here, and what's the name? Brodecki, I answered with perfect Polish accent. Young Brodecka. She used an inquisitive feminine form of the name. She shook her head. I'm just coming back from there. Go to the end of here, turn left, in the far corner of the wall. She looked at me in a fun way.
Oh, she's like my aunt.
I don't know. Do we just? I mean, I feel like thanking her, but again, I'm letting you choose.
I'm gonna thank her. Yeah, let's thank her. Why not? Like,
thank you. Bartek didn't seem to know the way. I think it was only then that she noticed him. Oh, it's you. She said with barely disdain. Well, I better be going. See you around, I guess. With that, she left, followed by Bartek's hostile gaze. Oh.
Well, now we gotta ask Bartek. What's up? Why?
What's up? Who was that? I asked, watching the woman leave. Bartek winced. Oh, that's just Olga. She was a local activist. She left Valawaska when she was 18 or something and returned a few years back with the notion she was going to change this place. Oh, well. We continued to far corner of the cemetery. There, seemingly forgotten and covered in moss, was a lonely grave. It was damaged. The tomb... it was... Wait, hold on, what?
The tombstone was
Yeah,
broken
broken
deliberately.
deliberately.
Someone had obviously smashed it with a hammer. So the name was half erased. With a hammer?
What's this from, Allie? Sorry. Well, glad you got it out of his mouth.
What?
It's like an IKEA part. Sorry, baby thing.
Oh, wow.
The name was half erased. The plaque was also damaged. Someone had tried to scratch out the name, but the letters were still visible. There was a circle around the grave. Wow, this is just climbing up.
Yeah.
Circle of Corsol. Oh, I thought it was on the Circle of Corsol. Hold on a minute. Sorry,
Around the
Bartek,
grave.
I didn't want you to see that. Was it? Like, I don't. This is not going to get us our answers. Like, this is us being angry, but like, it's
Yeah.
not. It's angry to be an idiot. Like, this is blind rage versus like,
Yeah.
what's up?
Yeah, I was gonna say, was it because of me?
Yeah. Is it because you asked about me? I asked through clenched teeth. He shook his head. First thing I did when you gave me the name was to come here. It was already like that. Anya squanched and looked at the plaque. I can't read it. The letters are all wrong. She glanced at it. Is this Russian? Belarusia. The same letters, different language, she explained. There was a lot of them here.
Belarusian.
Belarusian.
Belarus is kind of, it's one of the old Russian satellites.
Gotcha, yeah.
Kind of actually pretty close to Chernobyl. Like, Belarus was the one that really took the brunt of Chernobyl.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. I looked at Bartek and hoping for some context. Bartek put his hand in his pockets. So you don't know anything about your dad's side of the family? He asked me cautiously. Whatever happened at least 70 years ago, and someone still remembers. I don't know.
Let's see. He had a point for what?
I don't know them. My mom left my dad when I was just a kid, so I don't remember much, I admitted. And she kept me away from them. She doesn't even know I'm here. I didn't tell her I was visiting Valovska. Hi. Maybe he was abusive, said Annie carefully. You have those violent outbursts. Yeah, I guess so. Wow. She called me out.
Yeah.
I never leave until everything is done.
Yeah, let's look at the grave. Look at grave.
I looked at the grave for the last time. My family's name looked strange with unfamiliar Belarusian letters. As we were leaving, I was thinking, they're looking in the wrong place. I wanted to find out what connected me to the forest, but so far I found nothing. They're looking in the wrong place. With that thought, I left the cemetery. Alright. Did something. Okay, so we can't go back there, so that one's crossed off. So the railroad to the center. Railroad?
Yeah, let's go to the railroad.
Lost hopes.
Lost hopes.
Train spotting. Bartek wants to show us the most.
So this is taking a turn.
Yeah, it's like Stand By Me.
Heroin. Yeah.
Bartek wants to show me the most picturesque spot in the area, said Anya. Maybe that's not the right word, he said, frowning. Well, it's not like it's that beautiful, but, you know, it has atmosphere and atmospheric climate. Does it mean cool? Does it mean ambience?
I guess.
I think it means ambience. Ambience. It's gotta be.
Yeah.
Ambience? Anya said it in the same moment as I, and we laughed. Ambience! Bartek smiled, visibly relieved. I meant ambience. We ended up on some abandoned tracks. I rage. We soon left the village behind and ended up on abandoned railroad tracks. The perfect place to meet a serial killer, I grumbled, looking at the overgrown tracks disappearing among the reeds. So, I'm going to put a pin in this real quick. That's not high rage, that's high sarcasm. Very different attribute.
Yeah, I'm just trying to picture, like, three, like, college students just fucking around in some, like, Polish, like, forest railroad tracks. And one of them just being like, ah, stupid tracks!
Oh, so mad. But with the slow winding rivers a stone throw away and a long drooping branch of the tree shading an unused railroad, the place really was picturesque. The bees buzzed around as the birds sang let us know tomorrow, and the fragrance of herbs thick in the air. My head was spinning. I don't want to know what this one is.
I gotta know what the song is.
I gotta know what the song is.
My
inspiring.
Humps, my lovely lady lumps.
There you go. As we were walking and enjoying the sun, a half-forgotten song came back to me. I must have heard it as a child. And it stuck with me. I didn't understand the words, but the medley seemed fitting for the occasion. Ooh.
We're gonna start humming it.
We're gonna start humming?
If we try to remember the name, we're never gonna be able to. So let's hum it, and then maybe Bartok will.
As I walked, I started humming and working on it until the medley felt right. After a while, Anya joined me, and we just walked, humming and playing with the tune. Bartok laughed. Trust me, it's better that I don't sing. We're humming. When we entered the dense
Cat singing.
Cops? Hopes?
Cops. Copse. It's copse of trees is it's like a cluster of trees.
Okay. You notice a woman standing in the trees. Hello, Bartek, she said. She was stunning.
Hello.
Anya is now angry.
Yes.
All right.
Perfect hourglass figure.
The woman looked like she was
braids. The most stunning cheekbones. Can cheekbones be stunning?
You gotta read it in order. The woman looked like
Sorry.
she was in her late 30s and was the most beautiful person I've ever seen. She had a perfect hourglass figure, long braids, the most stunning cheekbones. Her eyes, slightly slanted, were a weird shade of blue, deep, almost purple. They seemed familiar, and she was looking straight at me. It was a
What is
challenge.
it with the purple-eyed? Were
Her eyes were
braids
hypnotizing.
silver?
I took a step back. Was it a challenge? Was it a step back?
It was a challenge. Okay, we got some rage. Let's do this.
Lisa's neutral. All right. I saw a challenge in her eyes, and I felt my hair on my neck stand on end. Hello, Elizabeta Danavilla, answered Bartek. I could hear something in his voice. Was it fear, respect, anger? I couldn't place it. She smiled. I'm Lisa, he said, looking at Anya and again at me. And you must be Bartek's pen pal, I assume, the one who was searching for her ancestry?
I'm totally hearing her voice being taught by Yeardley Smith.
Okay.
Let's see. How did she know? Or we exchanged pleasantries. How did she know? We're an asshole.
I'm trying to figure out, like, are we, that's the question, like, are we smart angry? Like, we're angry as long as it accelerates us? Or are we angry, gross angry, where it's like, anger is the only thing I got going on?
I mean, our willpower is pretty short, so...
Our rage is pretty high.
Yeah.
How do you know that? I asked, suddenly wary. I know everything, she answered and smiled more broadly. Oh, come on, don't look so scared. Bartek's grandma's my friend. And she's, well, talkative. You mind if I join you? Oh, I don't want to let her go. I don't want to let her leave. I want her in the party.
I noticed Bartek getting tense. Sure, I didn't mind. Or let's notice Bartek getting tense.
Okay.
I love the like dramas, the little interpersonals.
What's the story with you two? I asked Bartek. She isn't around here, he shook his head, but she helps with the protests. You know, Lisa turned to me, the protest against the logging that his father so eagerly promotes. Bartek winces, and I snapped, I guess. Sorry, shouldn't we coexist with the forest? I mean, taking... Oh, I snapped. That means taking what we need with desire and just everything does? 6,000 trucks of wood isn't taking what you need, kid. He threw a glance at me looking for help.
Okay, so Bartek's family is trying to clear cut the forest that I feel connected to, so...
But we don't know what the connection is. It could be bad.
And also, apparently it's a national park. Are they allowed to log a national park?
And that's a question. Do we ask that question first?
Yeah.
It doesn't...
Yeah, like...
I don't know.
Yeah, let's ask the question. I mean, is this illegal, or do they...
How can they log trees in a national park? I asked. They don't, Bartek says. It's just near the park's border. If it was about local action, there wouldn't be a problem, Anya chimed in, but it isn't. Giant corporations are at work here with heavy machinery. Ask your friend about his father's money and his clients, Lisa shrugged. Bartek stormed away. I shrugged and followed him. Lisa followed me. We walked the narrow path. All right. The path was too narrow for all of us to walk together, so at some point I found myself walking with Lisa. She would squat from time to time, collect some herbs. You're looking for your roots, she said after a while. I'm really curious if we didn't have these other people with us, because like the other party members are really impacting the story a lot.
Yeah,
so,
and like, yeah, so now Anya's just not interested in Bartek because Anya's a tree hugger and Bartek's family is clear cutters.
I guess, I don't know.
So like that's gone away, I would assume, or like I don't know, maybe that's just turns her on.
I'm not feeling this one as much because like we want to find the answer. Like our goal is to
learn more about the woods. So yeah, I needed to know the whole story.
The whole story or the mystery? Whole story.
I couldn't resist a mystery.
Mystery? Okay.
Yeah.
Couldn't resist a mystery. Analytical. My mom's hiding something from me, I answered, and I couldn't resist a mystery. Sit down with me. She nested among the roots of an old tree, reaching in her basket. She took out a blunt. Let's have a smoke.
Yes.
I'll tell you a story. She noticed when I hesitated. You need to hear it.
Well, clearly the bourbon was the wrong choice for this. Hold on, I'm gonna go get something.
Which one do we do?
I
Take the blunt?
Puff puff pass, yeah.
All right. Tangled roots. Lisa. Oh, okay. No, this is Lisa's, not the Bart. Okay, so I got confused. So Lisa is, yeah. Lisa let out clouds of smoke and started talking. From what I learned from Bartek's grandmother, you are asking the wrong question with the wrong people. Got to the chase, I'm asking about the forest. Her voice was so soothing.
Should I be asking about the forest? Because that's our goal.
That's our goal. Yeah, we're goal oriented. Yeah, I should be asking about the forest, I sighed. This is a tainted land, girl, he continued. So much blood was spilled that Puzga almost lost her mind. Her or Puzga? That's a good question.
Zaska.
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 Zaska was one words for the forest. Polish has lots of those, but she used it in a weird way. Why do you call the forest Puzziska? Isn't that las the right word? I call her Puzziska because it's her proper name, she upped. Las is to Puzziska what a dog is to a wolf. Domesticated, enslaved, used. Puzziska is a primeval forest, one untouched by humans, primal, strong, and feared.
Okay. Let's cut it down.
Yeah, there was an admiration in her voice. I realized the words sounded like a Russell Lee, like the wind. Puzziska. As I was telling you, Puzziska almost went mad. Now it's not wise to wake those spirits, especially not now. I need answers. What spirits? I wasn't afraid to stir up memories.
I'm gonna say I'm not afraid to stir up memories because, like, we're always angry.
You mean the
You don't
spirits
tell us
of the
what to
past?
do.
I shrugged. I'm not afraid to stir some memories. She looked at me with those uncanny eyes. Her gaze was almost unbearable, hard, anger smoldering, somewhere deep within, ready to jump in my throat. And then suddenly, something changed. Lisa sighed heavily. You have no idea, do you?
I like about what? Because that's just such a perfect.
This is our first blunt, so maybe we should go that way.
Yeah. About what? What?
What do you mean? I asked. They have no idea who you are, she started. Nobody told you what it was like here during the war and after it. Her eyes lost focus as though she was looking at something only she could see. In 1939, when war broke out, first came the Germans, then the Russians, you know. They actually worked together. Stalin never forgot that he was beaten by Poles in 1920 less. Oh.
Boring.
Really? Okay.
Because we don't have it. Otherwise, we're going to lose all our willpower.
But, I mean, you got to spend it at some point, but that's fine. I was bored.
Yeah.
I don't really care, I admitted. The only thing I need to know is that some Polish soldiers hid. After the war, they started guerrilla fighting against the Russian occupation and ended up desperate bandits. She wrapped it up. My great-grandparents were from here, she sighed. After the war, there were some changes, and my whole family was sent to Siberia to die. My grandmother was the only one to survive. She met a Bunyat shaman, and here I am. Your story is still tangled with all this. She looked straight at me. The forest has seen it all, and it made people do things. Then the weed hit me.
Yes. Now
And
we're
of
in a
course-
hidden object game.
And of course, that was the moment when the color. Oh, it colorized.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, interesting. And of course, that was the moment the weed finally hit. That stuff was powerful for a moment, and I wonder if she hadn't spiked it. All right, now do we burn our willpower against the weed, or do we say what has she done?
Let's go ahead and burn the willpower.
All right, I try to stay focused. I focused, and I understood that the strange feeling coming from within was like a long-forgotten dream, like an ancient memory, suddenly brought to life. I let it in. Brave. We were sitting around the fire, deep in the Puzka. We are hungry and desperate, our boots worn down, coats in rags. Forrest whispered to me and tell me what has to be done. They have food and we need it, I say. To keep fighting, we need to live. All right, so we're in a flashback.
Yeah.
We're riding this high here.
Yeah. So, are we chatty high, or are we quiet high?
Well, no, this is the memory.
Yeah.
In the memory, are we? Because I think we're still in the memory.
All right, let's explain the plan. Let's see, how are we going to steal the food? Are we just going to eat them?
My brothers sit in silence. So they explained the plan to them. Tomorrow we're going to burn a village. Wolves circle us in the shadows, their eyes bright like fires. Then the vision ends. When I come to my senses, Lisa is still looking at me. I got defensive. I ran it over my head. There's a lot to take in.
I ran it over in my head. I got defensive.
Oh, I'm sorry. You said that one.
Sorry. I was.
Yeah. My bad. If I understand what you're saying, I looked at her. Something from my family's past casts a shadow on my future. She shrugged. I told you everything I know. If you want more, talk to my girlfriend. We'll be at the logging site tomorrow. Yeah, good idea. All right, we got our willpower back. All right, we covered it.
Yeah, it was a net
I
zero.
will, I said. Now I finally knew who and what to ask. There you are, Bartek waved to me. I thought I lost you. I said my goodbyes to Lisa and we went back. High as a kite.
I am. Yep, exactly. And then we didn't go. We can't go to the forest now. The forest is no longer.
Yeah. I guess this is like, again, this isn't a princess maker, but we are choosing how we spend our time. So some doors may close if we choose other options. Let's wrap up this day or this area. I don't think I can go out at any level. Let's do one more location and we'll wrap up.
Yeah.
A bird of many colors. Such a nice village, exclaimed Anya as we walked along the quiet streets. Nothing moved. The heat was stifling. I was bored. The village was okay. I enjoyed the walk. Like, this is not angry. This is petulant. Like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a petulant American. So let's go village is really quaint.
It's quaint, I carefully admitted. It's nicely saying it's a shittle. Bartek made a disgusting face and burst out laughing. I was thirsty. After getting high, I was thirsty. I had the munchies. Let's have a drink, I proposed. I'm parched. The local store was a large mini mart with all kinds of goods, from beer and vegetables to notepads and pens. There was a bench in the entrance and a few local drunks. Hi. They looked like they wanted to start a fight, but when I stared them down, they averted their eyes and pretended there was nothing to see other than their cheap alcohol. I growled at them.
So the local drunks were gonna start a fight with a random American woman.
I love this. This one's really out here. I assess the threat. Like, so now I don't want to game the system, but like, is that analytical? If I go,
that's totally analytical.
This is just weird. This one's just. You want to growl?
I want to growl at them.
All right.
I want to just leave.
There's our brave point.
Just be a yep.
I don't know what came over, but I fixed my eyes and the meanest look I could, bare my teeth and growled. Whoa, girl! The man jumped back and with his hands conciliatory gesture. We no more harm. The rest laughed uncomfortably. We spent some time inside browsing Latvian, Lithuanian, and Belarusian goods. Why
are they in Belarus? I thought this was Poland.
I'm not sure. This is the shop.
There almost nothing Polish here, so this is Poland.
Yeah.
But it's like
that's right. So I'm saying, why was something? And who in their right minds drinks coriander soda? Ugh.
Yeah.
Then so by the shelf when we heard them much inside, loud voices.
Coriander
some slurs,
soda
some curses.
From,
a clear and mocking polite, I'm so sorry, darlings. I don't understand. Don't you like my skirt? Oh,
do you like my skirt?
Bartek murdered on his breath. I want it in. I looked out. I mean, we should look before we decide to go in. What's going on?
I looked outside. I mean,
we gotta know what's going on.
Yeah, I gotta know what's going on here.
I decided there was someone standing next to the drunkard's bench. They were definitely not local.
Oh yes, spiked collar.
The person was old, not helpless granny old, but old, deep wrinkles and a narrow mouth. They had a unisex grace of a tired, heroin-preserved rock man. Their shoulder length.
Keith Richards has shown up.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, I totally dug their style. It looked out of place.
Totally dug their style.
All right.
Totally dug their style.
They had a peculiar style, fashion you rarely see, even in the U.S. It looked great on them. They had a clean shave and eyes highlighting with eyeliner. Their nails were painted in bright blue. They wore heavy army boots, an outrageous red skirt, a tank top, and lots of leather jewelry. One of their bags was pins, lots of pins, all kinds of LGBTQA flags, anarchists, pacifists, and links to German stripes. Oh, we would definitely. Do we stand up for this person?
We're totally gonna throw. We're gonna throw.
We don't trust our mom anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
Approach the drunkards.
Yeah, you don't mess with Keith Richards.
Oh, I zeroed in on the drunkards. What do you think you're doing? I asked in Polish. That was the one sentence I heard as loud as a child. Tez te vyprash. Looked at me surprised. The men's were unnaturally tense, veins in their necks standing up, pulsating, white in their eyes, bloodshot. And who the hell are you? Asked one that seemed to be the lead of the group.
I punched them. Punchy.
I'm the girl who broke your nose. I answered with a grin. What? I punch him.
I punched him.
Troublemaker. And then I broke his nose. Maya, shouted Anya, shocked, but I didn't listen to her. This was my first rodeo. I got in fights all the time.
I loved fighting.
I like the watching part. I don't know.
I mean, we got this high rage. We might as well use it, you know?
I want that cunning, though.
We can watch my opponents. We
can
watch
my
opponents.
Analytical, I mean. Got my opponents. They were angry and violent and not very well trained. I easily evaded the first punch. The stranger in the red skirt also wasn't new to such a situation. I can only admire the way they used their heavy army boots. So we can burn a health by saying they got broken bottles. Again, declarative statements. Very good in these games.
I like that. I'm gonna say let's take the health hit.
Health hit, yeah.
Yeah, we've got plenty of health, and it's the end of the day, so theoretically we could gain some back by sleeping. I don't know.
The fight was brief and intense, and when we parted ways, there were a few black eyes, bloody nose on the side. My arm was bleeding, slashed by a broken bottle. I'd call it a draw. But before anything serious could happen, there was a piercing, irritated shout. It stopped us all in our track. Hey! Oh man, so many characters. Someone said from behind our backs. The voice was loud and piercing. There was something about it that made men stop immediately. It made me pause as well. The stranger in the red skirt seemed to stop out of politeness, not because of sheer power of voice. I turned around. It was Lisa.
Okay.
What the fuck is going on here? Kim, are you insane? And you, she pointed fingers at the men. You should stop drinking that moonshine. It makes you pick fights you can't win.
I was ready for a fight.
Ready for a fight.
I was born
I was sure the
ready.
drunks would attack her, but they just slumped down. But look at this, Elzunila. One of them said, gesturing towards us. The last effing time, the name's Lisa. He was furious. And this is my friend. You're to leave them alone, got it? The drunkards mumbled and went back to drinking. Thanks, Lisa, Kim said in English. You shouldn't have. Oh, but I wanted to. I think... I really want to know this one.
I waved at her. Oh, hey.
Oh, hey. Hey, Lisa.
Hey,
Hi, Lisa. I waved at her.
How you doing?
Things were all leave in her eyes when she looked at me. Hi, Maya. I was worried you got yourself into trouble here. So will you join me on this anti-logging protest tomorrow? She asked after a while. Suddenly, a feeling rushed over me. I was burning.
I was cold.
I was cold.
I mean,
so anti-logging. Are we? Is it? Where are we at?
well, I mean, I would say that we are anti-logging, but mostly
We don't know what
it's
this
like,
is. Yeah.
Yeah, like we don't know what this is, and let's go with I was burning. I mean, the high rage is doing us some favors here. We just got into a bottle fight with some drunks. So.
I couldn't see the forest from here, but suddenly I felt aware of its presence. I also felt something else deep in my stomach spreading through my veins. Anger, like a wave of heat coming from the heart of the dark ancient forest. A word appeared in my mind, a strange one that was neither Polish or English. Calgera. I noticed Kim watching me. Kim is neutral.
Yeah.
I felt like I was being watched, and when I looked up, I saw Kim observing me with curious expression. You haven't been properly introduced, they said in a soft voice. Okay, so the pronouns wrong.
Yeah.
They were hiding something they want. I don't know if we want to be angry on this one.
Yeah, I mean, we just like threw down with them, so let's.
They were hiding something.
Yeah.
Looked at them and realized that they were much more than the first scene. Under their colorful attire lurked something else, something primal. Why are you looking at me like that? I asked. I know you have strange dreams, they whispered. I suspect the forest is reaching out to you. They leaned closer to me. The forest has chosen you. The words were like a punch to the gut. I can see it in your eyes.
Who was I? I mean, let's burn the willpower.
All right, who was I?
Yeah.
Who am I? I asked quietly. You're a warrior, they said, looking me in the eyes. You'll make it through in one piece. All right, suddenly I felt confident. All right, good trade. Good trade.
Yeah.
I suddenly felt a surge of confidence. Progress, goal, mystery. I wasn't making that up. There was something strange connecting me to the forest, and there was people who knew what was going on. Before I could ask more, Anya and Bartek approached. Kim shook their heads silence to me. Meet us tomorrow at the logging site. They blew me a kiss, put their arm on Lisa, and walked away. He decided to leave as well.
All right, so...
All right. I was able to hear Shelby was calling me. We called it a day one. Oh, so that's day one. So, what are your thoughts after one day of this? Because we could go to the forest. Like, this seems like there's lots of branching and lots of choices, especially with, like, bringing people with you. Like, I could have not brought Anya with us.
Yeah, this honestly, like... So one of the reasons that I don't play visual novels, and I've never played, is that, like, I've dipped my toe in them, but mostly I just found them incredibly kind of insipid and linear.
Right.
This is not that. This is like it's got that like it's werewolf, it's that vampire werewolf gothic, you know, everything is dramatic, everything is over the top, but this is a good implementation of a branching storyline. I'm really curious about, like, I think that
we haven't used any of these. No, we've used brave ones. So, like, these do come up occasionally. Now, what I don't know is that do they hide them when you, like, some of them they've shown us when we don't have enough resource, but like also some have chimed in. So like Disco Elysium did this, where it's like you have this thing, it's just going to interject and add something. I think the writing's okay. For writing for a werewolf game, I think it's good. I mean, I'm not trying to like diss the werewolf writing, but like they know their audience. Like
that's just it. Like,
yeah,
it is for gothic. Like, this is not for middle-aged, people. This is for young, like jaded, edgy, mall goths. And but I mean, for that, it's not Twilight.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got a little meat on the bones. So
yeah.
there's definitely props for that.
And there's definitely the relationship stuff is good. I think because clearly Bartek is the mining guy and Lisa's not. So like now we have this question of like, well, we got to side with one of them. They're gonna make a side.
Yeah, and I mean, they could. There's also the chance that could be subverted. Of like,
oh yeah,
like it's his dad who's doing it. So like maybe there's a chance
He's
to
stuck,
win him over and be like, if his dad's kind of a jerk and he doesn't want to be with that. So I mean, there's a lot of potential here, which I like. I like that. I think this is interesting and meaty. Like I don't know that I'm going to like go out and buy this so I can figure out how it ends. But,
okay, we are 18% the way through, so that's not bad for an hour. So this is what 5 hours long. That's okay.
Yeah.
For one playthrough at least. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's just it. It's like this seems like it would have a ton of options.
Yeah, it's hard to know for sure, but
replay.
Yeah.
Which I really appreciate. So
yeah. Oh, that's a credits page. I'm gonna push the button to go away from that. Yeah, I think this is good. I would recommend it. Compared to the vampire games, I kind of like this one better because oh no, did I lose my progress? What? Oh no. Oh wait, hold on.
Oh.
I know I did. I'm fine.
Oh, okay.
I want credits continue. It was resuming the credits, which is not what I wanted.
All right.
Yeah, we're there.
Okay.
Yeah, I think this is pretty solid. Compared to the vampire ones have way less choices because they don't have attributes and stats really. So this one is also more complicated. So it's like you said, there are definitely kinetic novels where you're just watching you're seeing different cutscenes and you're just clicking through the story and you're reading a book. There are the ones that have like a few choices, which are typically the ones where it's all about like they're the harem style games where it's like which romance are you going to end up with. This one leans much closer to the Princess Maker, where there's lots of options, lots of stats, and lots more playability. They tend to be more complicated to build, which is why they're rarer. Yeah, okay. Well, once again, Werewolf, the Apocalypse, maybe, I forget. Heart of the Forest. Cheers.
Cheers.